I was impressed with that move you pulled. Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's Double MD, the undefeated, undisputed YouTube champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, here with episode 104 of our Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team Let's Playing, guys. If you missed last episode, we did a little bit of the grinding. In fact, yep, they're still on our team, Venonat and Psyduck. We ended with them being trained here to level 22. For Venonat, I believe they're both 22. Yep. Don't know about you, but they're level 22. And so that's what we did last episode. And as I mentioned last episode, today we're going to be going after Mew once again, doing a Mew hunting episode. Now, last two times we went into the dungeon to get Mew, we did all 99 floors. It is a 99 floor dungeon. We didn't see a single Mew the last two times. So it's been a couple weeks since I've done one, for me personally, recording wise. You guys, it's been a few episodes, several episodes probably at this point. I needed a little bit of a break from it, but I'm ready to go in there today to do an attempt. If we don't get it this episode, we're going to take another break and we're going to go do something else. Maybe work on the Pokedex. And speaking of which, as I mentioned last episode, maybe even at the end of last episode, I was looking down at my list here on Google Docs, and I was looking to see how far we've come along. And I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, maybe we're about halfway there. And then I started looking down the list. I'm like, wow, actually, there's a lot of green here. Maybe we're doing a lot better than that. So I have an updated number for you guys. Currently, we have 248 out of 386 on our Pokedex. That's huge. That's almost 2/3 of the way done. And if you include the Pokemon that we already have but have yet to evolve in our Pokedex, we're at 297 out of 386. Now, we've already caught this Pokemon. I always got to level them up and evolve them, but that's huge. We're doing so much more than I thought we've been doing already. We're so much further along than I thought we were at, and that makes me very happy. So let's do some quick item management real quick, and we'll jump straight into the Buried Relic. I don't want to spend too much time doing this stuff. Okay, so I don't have any items yet. Okay. That's right, I got rid of all of them when we did some training. So we got some apples here. We're going to need probably a couple more because it is a 100 floor. It's a 99 floor dungeon. I say 100 to round it up, but still, it's a long dungeon nonetheless. I believe we already have X-ray specs. We're going to need the friend bow. It should be in here somewhere. We'll take a couple of reviver seeds. I'm not looking for any other Pokemon besides Mew, with the exception of one. There's one Pokemon I wouldn't mind getting my grubby little hands on, and that is a Porygon 2. If we recruit a Porygon 2, we will leave immediately, grab the Porygon 2, cut our losses, and then re-enter the dungeon. I cannot find this friend bow. Am I missing it? Is it equipped to another Pokemon? We don't need any maxed elixirs. Specs. There it is. Okay. Let me grab an escape orb, just in case we do find ourselves in a bit of a pickle. But also if we get that Porygon 2, as I mentioned earlier. There's no items there. There's no items here either that we want. Okay. So the only thing that's left to do is grab, I believe we need Mega Man to get there. I don't remember if you need Surf or not, but just in case, I'm going to grab Mega Man anyways, just to be on the safe side. So let's grab our boy Mega Man here. And let us save. And just because it forces us to save beforehand and we could lose our friend bow, we're going to do one of these two, just to be on the safe side. And, okay. So, Buried Relic, here we come. Alright, we can send Mega Man on his way. Fare thee well, my friend. And Porygon 2, I believe, spawns like floor 12. One sec, let me just quickly bring it up here. On Bulbapedia. Porygon 2 is floors 10 through 14 and floors 16 through 18. So, you know, we got a little bit of a chance to find one. I'm not gonna like search for it, but if it's there and we get it, great. You know what I mean? It's kind of where I'm at with this. We are gonna go all 99 floors, even though I don't want to. We're going to. We're gonna do this proper. We're gonna try to get this gosh darn Mew. For those who may, you know, may not know how this works, how the Mew hunt works. Maybe this is your first video of mine you're seeing. Maybe you missed some of those episodes. Whatever the case might be, I'll give a quick rundown of what happens. So, in order to find Mew, you have to have the music box, which we don't have, by the way. So we're gonna have to fight the Regis again. Not a big deal. You have to fight the Regis on floors, I believe, 15, 25, and 35. After floor 25, so floor 36, Mew starts to spawn. Mew's spawn is very random. I did see on a website, on a forums, I don't know if it's true or not, so don't quote me on this. I don't know if it's true, but so far, it seems to be accurate. Mew only spawns on the floor as the initial spawn in the Pokemon. For example, I'll show you what I mean by that, because it's hard to explain. Alright, so you see how he's got on this floor, and you see the Pokemon, the red dots on our map here, the 3 Pokemon, the Hitmonlee in front of us, the Pokemon that's north to us, and the Pokemon that's way north of us, right, on the map here. Those original spawn Pokemon, if we were on floors 36 through 98, because Mew doesn't spawn on 99 for some reason, those have a chance of being a Mew. Now, we're going to take out the Hitmonlee. There's going to be another Pokemon that spawns at some point. Waiting for it to spawn. We'll take out the Hitmonchan too, doesn't matter. Just waiting for any Pokemon to spawn. Okay, you see that Pokemon on the south side of the map? That Pokemon spawned while we're already on this floor. That cannot be a Mew. So Mews can only be the original spawn Pokemon on the floor, if that makes sense. Now, that was something I saw on the forums. So far, it seems to be true. There is one exception, though. The exception is Mew can be found in a monster room. Now, I haven't seen that happen in a monster room where I've already been on the floor, and we just so happen to run into a monster room. And it's happened to us once in a monster room, but it was when we initially landed on the floor, it turned into a monster house immediately, and Mew was there. So that does not necessarily mean that it spawned in the monster room, but again, that's something I've read and something I have yet to see myself, but I believe it to be true because it was on the internet. Another thing that's important to know is Mew could transform. Now, it will announce it on the little chat log here. I'll show you what it means here in a second when we do something. You guys have probably seen it already. You see where it says Drowsy wants to join your team, or Drowsy took damage, Drowsy went away. Down there, it will say Mew has transformed. Now, we won't know what Pokemon it transformed into, but we know that it's at least on our floor. That can happen, and that has happened to us. Alright, now again, Porygon 2 could be on this floor, could be on any of these floors, but again, not looking for it. If we see it, great. We'll try to grab it. If not, you know, no big deal. But that is the only Pokemon I'm willing to. Oh, we don't actually have to battle them. Interesting. Okay, maybe because we've already recruited them. That makes sense, right? We have recruited them already. The Regis, that is. So we have to collect these parts here. Once we have all 3 parts, again on floors 15, 25, and 35, we get what's called the music box. And you need the music box in order to find Mew. And the music box breaks if you remove it from your inventory. So if you deposit it into the storage, I don't think it even gives you the option to give it to a Pokemon. But basically, if it leaves the inventory, it breaks. So you have to get it again. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal because Mew doesn't spawn until 436 anyways. So the fact that we have to collect the boxes again isn't a big deal. Hey, be careful of these Metatites. He took us out that one episode. He just took us out there. Good thing we had some Reviver Seeds. We just lost one of our Reviver Seeds, unfortunately. Alright, I think this is the last 4th Porygon 2 available. These pitfall traps are the worst. We've lost many a Pokemon, including a Registeel, to one of those, and that was heartbreaking, to say the least. Automatically kills a Pokemon. It does not, like, it doesn't revive. Even if you have a Reviver Seed, there is no reviving a Pokemon from that. Like, they're just gone. And it's terrible. It's terrifying. Alright, so no more Porygon 2s at this point. Not that we've seen any anyways. There was also a post that I've seen on a forum somewhere, and I don't know where that post went. I can't find it, even though I specifically looked for it. That kind of stated like the odds of Mew spawning. There's like certain floors that have a higher chance. Now, is that proven to be true? You know, is it just happenstance potentially? You know, it could be just coincidence that it spawned more often on different floors. I can't find that post. Oh my god, look at those pit traps. Couldn't find the post, so it's not a big deal, but something to keep in mind. I remember that it was kind of on the lower end of the floors. I don't remember which floors it was. I want to say there were floors 36 through 39 had the highest rates, or at least those had higher rates than most floors. Maybe it was in the 60s that the highest chance for me to spawn was on in that list. But again, I have no way of proving that list. It's just on a forum post somewhere. It's the only place I've seen that mentioned anywhere. I don't know how much study this person did. I don't know if they actually did some digging through the game itself. I don't know, but it's interesting nonetheless. All right, we're about to 425, where we're gonna see the Regice part. Would love some escape orbs because we're getting really low. So we do need the ice part. Let's see, swap that. Now once we get the steel part, it'll combine all three to one item, which is kind of handy instead of having to carry separate items, taking up inventory space. Oh yeah, our moves are all linked together, huh? That could be kind of a bad thing. I should have unlinked them. I don't think I can unlink them through here, huh? No. Alright, we're getting close to Mew spawn territory. So we'll slow things down a little bit there. Might as well eat that apple. We actually do need Mukahitas, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I'm not after him. We're here for the Mew. I don't want anybody slowing us down. Porygon 2 again was the only exception, just because it would save me from having to try to find an upgrade at some point. Skateboard? Nope. Alright, one more floor away before we hit the Registeel part. Okay, so now the unlinked, since we ran out of PP of one of the moves that were linked. That's how that works. Alright, grab the steel part. And there's the music box. Alright. See, okay, so on the map, you got the 2 Pokemon on the left side. Those could be Mew, and then there's one on the south side that could also be Mew. So, keep an eye on those. We're going to try to look at them and see if any of those 3 are Mew. Try to keep in mind which Pokemon as well, because Pokemon will be spawning in the meantime. So one's a Sandshrew. We found the stairs. Another's a Sandshrew. And I do believe that one we just saw was the other one. Just be safe. We're going to look at this one as well. Also a Sandshrew. So, a lot of Sandshrews in the house tonight. On our first floor here, 36th floor. First floor where we can encounter Mew. Nothing but Sandshrews. We found the Sandshrew hard spawn. There's another Sandshrew here that just picked up an item. Okay. Shedinja. Another Shedinja. When we run out of PP, it's going to be a bit of a problem. TBH. Oh, I picked it up. I was like, what? I'm pretty sure everything we saw all the originally spawned Pokemon. The Sandshrew, of course it is. Alright, we had a couple Sandshrews here. Now, as far as the percentage we have to recruit Mew, I believe, and I can check here in a second, the base recruitment rate to recruit Mew is, I think it's 1%. So with our level and the friend bow, I believe we have about a 35% chance to recruit it. Now, we have beaten a few different Mews. One without the friend bow, several with the friend bow. I believe we've seen 4 or 5 at this point. I don't remember, it's one or the other. And of course, we weren't lucky enough to get the Mew at that time. So, it'd be like that sometimes. Alright. Also worth noting that if we do find and recruit Mew, that's good, we need the max elixir. If we find and recruit Mew, it automatically teleports us out of the dungeon. So we won't have to use an escape orb. Which is quite handy, because again, we are very low. Okay, it's a Sandshrew. Floor 41, we got a stairs orb. That could be a monster house up at the top there, we're going to check it out. Also where the stairs is at anyways. Elekid we don't need, and we don't want. Which makes me sad because I love Elekid. Elekid was actually the first shiny Pokemon that I've obtained outside of an event or trades or anything like that. I've told this story many a times, but seeing Elekid always reminds me of the story, so I'll quickly tell it. Basically, it was Pokemon X and Y, and I was breeding Pokemon for the pokedex. I need Elekid for the pokedex, didn't have it yet. Was trying to get the shiny charm and just complete the pokedex in general. So I was breeding Elekids. I actually made 2 eggs because that happens sometimes when you're breeding Pokemon, right? Like your party's full, so you leave and then you come back because you're too lazy to deposit something, withdraw. You get the idea. So I had 2 Elekid eggs, and I hatched them. Didn't even notice one was shiny, but I was going through looking at natures and like EVs and stuff. Saw the little star next to Elekid, and it so happened that I hatched a shiny Elekid. I was so excited. Electivire is one of my absolute favorite Pokemon. Top 5 material. Love Electivire. So I was very excited for that. And not even a few days later, not even a week later, it was like a few days later, all in the span within a few days. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Where's our friend bow at? Oh, there it is. That is a Mew, guys. Okay. Please. Damn it. We didn't get him. Anyways, back to the story. So, not even a few days later, I was hatching Pokemon for EVs this time. I was trying to breed the perfect Froakie. And I hatched a shiny one. Now, unfortunately, the ability wasn't Proteon, which made me kind of sad. But still, it was an awesome Pokemon. Love Froakie, love Greninja, especially love Shiny Greninja. Such a cool Pokemon. And was very excited. All within a couple days of each other. Was a very good week for me indeed. Damn, if we would have got that Mew, whew, would have been so happy. I can't believe so. We know that Mew can be sleeping. I did not know that. So that's interesting to know for sure. Alright, Sandshrew. And double Elekid. Now, I know the ones on the right and bottom have not been original spawns, but this one I wasn't sure about. It's a Kadabra anyway, so we're good. We'll just move on. But yeah, up to that point, I never had obtained a shiny Pokemon. Like I said, outside of trading or outside of events like Red Gyarados and mystery gift type of events, things like that. So I was very excited to have two amazing shiny Pokemon. Now, to be fair, Electivire doesn't look that much different, but Greninja, whew, such a cool shiny. One of my favorite shinies for sure. Alright. It's an Elekid, and what's the other Pokemon? Elekid, okay. We just go on to the next floor, 48. Kadabra. And double Sandshrew, okay. Well, at the very least, we got a Mew encounter today. That's already better than the last few attempts that we had. So it makes me happy. Makes me know Mew's still alive somewhere. Would have been amazing if we got it though. Would have been so happy to finally be done with Mew. Alright. 450. We're halfway through. We got a Mr. Mime here. When are they gonna come out with Mrs. Mime? You know what I mean? When are we gonna get Mrs. Mime in the Pokemon? So we got Sandshrew. Alright. Stay away. Okay. A lot of items on this floor. Could see a monster room, and it is, but no Mew on the floor. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It says, of course, we will. Oh my god, we just got destroyed. Hold on. I wasn't paying attention at all what was going on there. I gotta take out Mr. Mime. I think it was Mr. Mime that took us out there. So we're out of Reviver Seeds. That's a scary situation to be in, for sure. I was gonna say that we'll definitely be trying to get all. If there's a monster house or a monster room, or if I suspect that there's one on the floor, we'll definitely go for it. Though I will say that I've read that you can only get Mew to spawn once. So if say we run into a Mew and we don't recruit it, and there's a monster room on the floor, there's no point in going to the monster room because Mew will not spawn in there. So I'm going to check to see if this is a Mew over here. It is not. We'll go ahead and proceed to the next floor. Reviver Seed we definitely want. Definitely need after we just lost our only Reviver Seed we have left. Alright, Mr. Mime. We have Mr. Mime, by the way, in our Pokedex already. Okay, so the one that's south of us is the only original spawn left. Let's go ahead and ingest this. Switcher Orb. It's gotta be on the left side here. It's up here. There it is. 53. Could see a monster house. Nope. Okay, there's 3 Pokemon. I'm not sure which one the original spawn was, so we'll check to see if we can get to all 3 of these. Got a Mr. Mime, Elekid, and another Mr. Mime. Okay. 54. Another monster room. No Mew spawn though. Alright. Nope. We will check the other Pokemon to make sure they're not a Mew though. Elekid. Mr. Mime. Last Pokemon's over here. And it's ran away from us, you slippery son of a gun. Another Elekid. Alright, 55. One of them is a Sandshrew. What's this one? Never mind. Sandshrew wasn't the originally spawned Pokemon, I don't think. Okay, so we have a Mr. Mime over there. We have a sleeping Mr. Mime as well. So I need to go up and find that one that's right above us. It's a Mr. Mime, okay. Elekid. Mr. Mime, Mr. Mime, Elekid. I mean, it's not gonna be I was gonna say it's not gonna be Monster House. There's only 2 items over here, but you never know. Check it out, just to be on the safe side. All right, 57. Elekid, Mr. Mime. Could see a monster house on the top right over there. Also got a couple Pokemon we gotta check out here. That's one of them. I'm not sure if the one on the top left there actually was an original spawn or not, but we'll check. Not a monster house. Right. Cut them off over here. Maybe. Yep. Okay. Could be a monster house down here. How amazing if that was a reviver seat and an escape board. I would have been so happy. Number 6, we got a Pupitar here. Need to see what Pokemon this is over here. Could be a Mew. Oh, that's right. There's a link cable for us. Not sure which one was the original spawn. I'm gonna quickly check this one. It's a Pupitar. Okay, we're good. Alright, 61. Rhyhorn, Pupitar, Mr. Mime. We got one Pokemon over here. Mr. Mime. Pupitar. Mr. Mime and Pupitar. So there's a Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn and Pupitar, so I'm not worried about that. Pupitar. The one in the middle is Pupitar as well. What's down here? It is a Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn. Arbok. Oh, we took a lot of damage there. Another Pupitar. Could be a monster house down here. It is, and no Mews, but we got a bunch of Shiftries. You guys know what time it is. CS1. We are poisoned here, unfortunately. See what this Pokemon is up here. It's an Arbok. Mawile. It's been a while since I've seen a Mawile. Oh, 69. Nice. Oh my god, that Pitfall Trap. So we got a Mr. Mime here, Arbok, and a Mawile. So pretty sure those are the original spawn Pokemon. Shiftry. Another Shiftry. And yet another Shiftry. Arbok, Shiftry. And a Mawile. Rhyhorn. Well, it's starting to look like we're only going to get that one encounter, but again, that's better than our last two attempts already. Because, I mean, literally 2 full runs, 99 floors, not a single Mew. It was very demoralizing. But seeing that Mew earlier was very exciting. Didn't get it. You know, again, we got a 35% chance to get it. Didn't get it. It's unfortunate, but at least it was there. I don't think this was a original spawn over here, but I'm just gonna double check to make sure. I know the one in the middle isn't. Got a Graveler in the house. Speaking of Graveler, got a monster house here. No Mews. Get rid of the Growlers because they can explode. They can use rock moves. Ooh, hold on. If you give me a few more escape orbs, I'm going to be a little bit happier about this run for sure. It'll definitely be worth it. I mean, the one Mew attempt was worth it enough, though, to be honest, but still. We'll never turn down some escape orbs. And the more I think about it, maybe when they said Mew can only appear once per floor, maybe they meant once per run. But I don't know if that's true, because I think we've had a run where we've seen 2 Mews. Like, one of our runs we saw 2. So I don't think that's true. I have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure one of the runs we had, we ran into 2, so it's hard to say. Got a stupid Mawile. Mawile. And a Graveler. Just had to make sure it's not Escape Orb because again, I can't stress this enough, we're pretty low on Escape Orbs. Choke. We didn't bring a key with us. Not that it matters, it would just be a link cable anyways. The Mawile. Got Machoke. Mawile, Machoke. Machoke. And Mawile. I should have seen what that orb was. I saw right when I went to the stairs, I'm like, oh man. Haunter, we got a couple Haunters. We are done with the Haunter line. Choke. 83, is this an Escape Orb? Nope. Choke. Blast Seed. This Mew hunt sucks, man. Definitely has been our hardest hunt so far. I know a few episodes back I said that at the time Rayquaza, just because we'd had spent more time with it, had more runs with Rayquaza, was our toughest one at the time, and it was. But I can officially say this is bypassed that by a country mile. Oh. Scanner Orb is Survival Seed. No. Haunter. And a Mawile. The other one's a Mawile, so I'll pick up an item. $4.90. Mawile on the left, or sorry, on the right. The one on the left is a Mawile as well. See, there's just an odd chance that this could be a monster house. It's not. Could be an Escape Orb. It is. Nice. Okay. It was worth coming up here. The pit trap. That did some damage. We're coming close to the end here, guys. Again, 98's the final floor in which Mew can spawn on. Floor 99, for whatever reason, Mew is not available. Again, I'm not too mad, you know, just would have loved to get Mew, but at least we got an encounter. That's at the very least I can ask for after the last 2 attempts we did. Okay, the one on the bottom right is a golem. Golem party over here. Sleeping golem. Seven. Alright, final floor from Mew. We know that one Pokemon at the very least is a Golem. There's one right here. Other ones, that means one more is a Golem. Yep, they're all Golems. Okay. That's unfortunate, but like I said, at least we got the Mew attempt. We also got a couple escape orbs, so you won't hear me complaining about that. Will we come back for another Mew hunt? Nah. I mean, we will eventually, but not next episode. I think we're going to take another little bit of a break. I think next episode we're going to go after some more Pokemon. Maybe we'll do a couple episodes of us, you know, recruiting a couple Pokemon for the pokedex. And then maybe after that we'll do a couple grindy training episodes. And then maybe we'll go back in for Mew. If we don't get Mew, maybe we'll go back to Pokedex stuff. There's a couple legendaries we can attempt as well. There's Deoxys. There's Celebi and Jirachi, which are going to be painful. Both of them have dungeons where you start out at level 1. And then you have to like make it through a 99 floor dungeon to get to the boss Pokemon. Of course, there's Mew left as well. I think that's it. Yeah, Deoxys, Jirachi, Mew, and Celebi. But we still need a lot of other Pokemon, and we gotta grind up a lot of Pokemon. So there's still a lot to do, but we're getting one step closer every episode. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I am the Maverick McDaniels. Bidding you farewell, peace, and one love. Bye!